What's up, guys? We've got meal number 1. We've got 150 grams of jasmine rice, 100 grams of egg whites and 3 whole eggs, and 100 grams of mandarins. And then on top, just to make it taste good, I've got some Hell's Kitchen whiskey habanero hot sauce. That was a Christmas gift this year, so we're using that. And we're gonna go ahead and dig in. Guys, so it is June 15th, Father's Day. And we're just eating our breakfast, getting our day going. We are 9 weeks and 6 days out from the Excalibur show in South Carolina. It'll be my first show, totally brand new, novice competitor, true novice probably. We just got our NPC membership card last week. We've got check-ins with Coach tomorrow. The weight this morning was 210. I'm down 10 pounds from when I started. I've been dieting already now for 7 weeks. Kind of right after Easter, I really dialed it in. Vitamins, I have my must-haves. Biotin, I'm losing my hair. My men's multi, fish oil, ashwagandha for stress. I have allergies. And then I have some miscellaneous. I take zinc, D3, potassium. And I take these every day right after my breakfast. Unless I forget, which does happen. All right, guys, meal number 2. We've got 150 grams of sweet potato, 150 grams of chicken breast, about a cup of broccoli, and then 10 grams of coconut oil that I pour over top and then add my seasoning on. All right. Guys, something I do to make prepping easy or dieting, because it's a pain in the ass to cook all your meals all the time. So you want to make it as easy as you can. I buy the microwavable sweet potatoes. They just come singles and you throw them in the microwave. And they're super easy. And then you can weigh them when you're done. And just cut off more or less than what you need once you take the skin off. Unless you're a psycho and you eat the skin. You exist. You're out there. And then my chicken, I buy frozen bags of chicken, frozen broccoli, and maybe someone thinks that's not ideal, but when you've got to do it quick and easy, and doing it every day, it's a lot easier for me to do that, and I prefer it over microwaving already cooked chicken. Like if I cooked chicken breast and tenders, because it just dries out and it's harder to eat. So until someone tells me different, it's just a really easy way to go with your meals. All right, guys, meal number 3. This is my pre-workout meal. We've got cream of rice, 45 grams uncooked, a tablespoon, so like 10 grams of cashew butter, and then a cut banana. And then to go with it, I've also got my scoop of protein. So today we just got Rye's cinnamon toast. Super tasty. I bought it yesterday. I didn't know if it was gonna be good or not. It was good. I had a couple from Rise now, and they all taste really, really good. So if you guys are looking for a good protein and you don't know what to try just based on taste, they're delicious. We're gonna jump into this. Normally I wouldn't be doing a pre-workout meal yet. Normally my 3rd meal would be something else, and then we would do pre-workout meal for my 4th meal. But today's a holiday. We got plans. No family later, so gotta eat and make it work. Get to the gym so we can celebrate Father's Day. All right, pre-workout time. Gorilla Mode Nitric for the win. I'm gonna do some glycerol for the pump. I don't love high stem pre-workouts. I totally missed my cut. I used to really like high stem pre-workouts. I don't so much anymore. Do a pump of that. Get this open. I don't so much like high stem anymore. I got to a point in the evenings it was just harder and harder to fall asleep. If I was working out in the morning, I wouldn't care at all, but I'm not. I get my meals in first. We'll do a little half scoop extra. So having that much caffeine, like 400 mg of caffeine at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon just doesn't do well for me. So I like stem free. I stay focused. I get a good pump. And that's good enough for me. My favorite part about taking pre-workout. Actually, add some water, Jesus. There we go. Don't try to skip your pre-workout, guys. It's just unnecessary. And that's satisfying. Bottoms up. And we make messes, yay. All right, we'll see you guys at the gym. All right, we're starting our workout with rear delt pec deck flies. That's the right name for them, right? So we're doing our first set. We just do a set of 20. I've got 80 pounds on here. I've got it sped up a little bit, but I'm doing just kind of slow, controlled reps, slow negative, good squeeze. On a couple reps, I'm trying to hold that top motion for just an extra second. And here I'm just kind of concentrating on my muscle connection. I'm trying to pump the blood. We'll start go ahead and get some lactic acid build up. And then on the second set, we'll kind of do something. We'll go up in weight. I think I'll go up in increments of 20, so an 80 and 100, and kind of same thing, shooting for that 20 number. Really just trying to beat them up and kind of work through the burn. All right, this is that second set of 20 with 100 pounds. Same thing. I'm just trying to really get that lactic acid build up. On the second set, when you're pushing 20 reps on a heavier weight, you get the 10, 12, and it's really starting to burn. You have to talk yourself in that final 8, which I was able to do here before going into our third set. And then once we get to our third set, we start really trying to push the intensity and do third set and a fourth set where I'm either doing rest pauses, myo reps, drop sets, whatever I can to really finish them off and get a good pump going.
Something weird on this machine is all these will count for you. And this one, the time you set and count it. And this one's timing it. So it's not counting it in my reps. So I don't know if it's because I'm not facing forward or the rep that it should for. But today apparently it doesn't count reps, so I thought that was a cool feature because I would just count today, but it's not here.
All right, so I lied. I did 90 on my last set. I just double checked my log. I did 90 for 20, 80 for 20 on the first set, and here we're doing 100, and we're doing a rest pause, and I get to 15 and then shake it out for 5 seconds. Yeah, here I'm just resting for 15 seconds, and I'm trying to stretch it. You know, they're on fire when you're doing this.
It's really nice with the timer. It times my rest too, so it times the length of your set and how long your set takes, or how long your rest takes, which is super. Did a rest pause on that last set. Do another one. Got one more set here. Going up my weight. The rest pause or my rep. Trying to always get to that 20 rep mark. Rear delts, trying to beat them up.
So here I got to 12, and 11 and 12 I was pushing pretty hard. I was really starting to slow down. I've got the sped up, I don't know if you can tell, but we were starting to slow down, so same thing, 15 seconds, shook it out, did a couple more, 15 seconds, shook it out, did a couple more. I was trying to get to 20 reps. Let's see if we can count as I'm doing them. Shaking it out, 1, 2, oh yeah, hard 1, 3. So it took me 3 myo reps after 12 to get to that 20 reps. Looked like, yeah, just that last 2, and then that's it. Moving on, so here we're doing shoulder press. This is the greatest Planet Fitness machine ever. The shoulder press just freaking rules. It sits like almost like an inclined bench, but with the handles behind you like that, and it pushes back right over your head. I've never seen this before. I love this. Is the whole reason I go to Planet Fitness. This is for this machine right here. It loads really well. It's heavy at the bottom. It's lighter at the top. You can move the seat up and down. I try to move the seat up as high as I can to really get myself in a good stretch position at the bottom there. But here, kind of the same thought as the last exercise. Our shoulders are pretty warm now from those rear delt flies. This, my first set I'm trying to do, that's kind of rep range of 20. I think I've got it at 80 or 100 here. I think it's 80. And then we'll actually get kind of into some lower rep ranges in our second and third set. I think we do 12 and then 8 on that third set. I'm gonna speed these up so we can get through them. And here I'm just doing a drop set. I'm just trying to really finish them off on this press. I think I did 6 or 7 reps on that last set, and then I'm just dropping it two or three times here. Then here we're moving to a side lateral raise. I like to do these on a bench like this. I sway a ton, so if you sway, this is a really great way to kind of at least help minimize it. I still kind of pick up a little bit, and I have to be careful about it, but I like this angle where it keeps the weight in front of me a little bit more, so I get a little more stretch and bias on the rear delt. I do these both ways sometimes, where you flip the seat around and you lean back, so you really get a front delt bias, and the stretch is just really good. Honestly, it's just brutal. If you really want to torture yourself and not do crazy varietal things, just sit in a bench next time you do your rear delts, facing forward or backward, and it just helps take momentum out of the movement. Here I'm doing 4 sets. We do 2 sets of 20 with 15 pounds. We went up to a set of 20 for a rest pause, where I try to push to 15 and rest pause for the 5 more. And then the last set we're doing a drop set, so I think I pushed to 10 with 25s, and then I drop. I try to do 10 and 10 usually when I do these. I'm not sure how many I got here, but I'm just trying to really pump blood into them. And had a little hands on thighs most muscular there, or hands on hips most muscular, showing off the pump in between sets too. Got to make sure we're filling up with blood, and you can feel it when you roll them forward like that. And here I'm just kind of doing that same thing, rest pause, 15 seconds in between the set, and then pushing for more, trying to really finish them strong. Doing another one. This is my myo rep set. And this is our last set here, so this is going to be our drop set. We've got the 25s, shooting for that 10 to 12 range. I think I get 10 here. And I do a double drop. I go 25 to 15, 15 to 10. And I make ugly faces. And I don't think I knew it until just now, watching this back. All right, here we're switching to a low-high cable row, doing a little bit of chest on our push day, just as extra. This is our second push day of the week, so just pushing some extra chest volume. I'm just doing 3 sets here, doing sets of 20, 15, and a set of 10, pyramiding up the weight for each set, and then kind of moving on to our next shoulder exercise. Got our next shoulder exercise. I'm doing single cable side laterals. I like to set these up, if you've seen any like Jeff Nippert videos or anything where he talk about getting the line of force at 90 degrees and having the most tension at the stretch part of the movement. That's really what I try to do here. So I keep the cables kind of right at like wrist or waist height. So when I'm pulling from the bottom, that load is the heaviest at the stretch port. So you can even see where I try to really slow down the negative and try to make sure that I'm really getting the stretch on that delt. And then if I get tired, I just kind of assist the rep up and then let it come back down. And here I do 3 sets, pyramiding the weight up. Actually, here I left the weight the same for all 3 sets. I was already getting pretty taxed in the side delts, so I did, I think, a set of 15, 12, and 10. All right, moving on, we got one more chest exercise here. Here I'm doing machine dips. You don't have to do machine dips. You can do body weight dips or the body weight assisted dips. I like this machine. It's a pretty good curve. Also, I'm tall, so I have the only limiting factor of this machine is maybe the stretch. I've got the seat all the way down so I can get my hands as high as possible here. I still get pretty good, but I really kind of start to hit full stretch for me just at the bottoming out of the weight. So sometimes I'll touch. I try not to. I try to make sure I'm keeping the tension so I don't rest the weight on the bottom of the stack. And I do a pretty good job with that here. I just like this machine or this variation of dips. It's a little easier for me to focus and concentrate on actually pushing through the triceps and the chest and the front delts there. It feels more like, everyone calls dips, or I've heard dips called the upper body squat. And it definitely is weird. It's a very good compound movement. I really like it here. It's kind of that finisher where the delts already toast. The chest has already been hit a little bit. This is kind of finishing the chest, getting a little bit extra chest volume in there without totally exhausting it before my next actual push day where we focus on chest. And it also gets my triceps warmed up pretty good before we go finish off our push day with triceps. So, but I just like this variation. It works good for me. I can load it pretty well. I get to about 220 here, which on my last set is starts to get difficult because I'm heavier than that, or not as heavy as that anymore. So it's a little harder to keep myself in the seat when I'm only 210 right now. But at my peak bulk, I was 234, 235, and it would have been no problem. But here it gets a little easier. And then we're moving on to triceps to finish off the workout. So we're doing some overhead skull crusher, or I guess cable skull crusher type movement here. I lean all the way over. If you watch me, I'm kind of leaning into the stretch, trying to really get that, the same thing with the shoulder, trying to get that angle of the cable as far kind of in line with the bend in my elbow as I can, so I've got the most tension at the stretch portion of the movement. And then I stand up and I knock out a couple just regular push downs here just to kind of like superset, really finish the triceps off, get a good pump, because I don't do a ton of tricep volume on this push day because we're going to hit arms 2 days after this, basically, or a day, the next, not the next workout, but the workout after. So we're finishing them off here, and that's going to wrap our workout up. And after we get a pump, we got to check it out. So I'm just hitting the side chest, feeling the tricep, shoulders are pumped, chest is pumped, triceps are pumped. Why not pop one off here at the Planet Fitness, see if we're big enough we can set off the lunk alarm. Unfortunately, I'm not there yet, so. All right, here we are. This is our last set. Finally wrapping it up. Knocking out as many as I can here. Trying to just really force that squeeze, get some more blood. Working on that angle. I'm really trying to get steep on these. I'm trying to really lean forward and then get the good arc by coming up on it. And then finishing with the standing variation. I love doing the standing variation here for a selfish reason. I think my tricep looks good at the light right there. That's my strong arm. And I'm doing a little shakeout, myo rep. I think I'm probably gonna do a drop set. Oh, nope, I don't, I wrap it up.
All right, back in the car. Finished my workout, feel pretty good about it. It's definitely a little minutely weaker than last week. Just in a couple things, just was short a couple reps. Those cable side laterals, I feel like I didn't get as many reps as I did last week. I didn't think I got as many as I did last week on those the dips, but then I went back and looked at my log and logged it. It was, I think it was the same, so, or maybe it was a rep less. But just feel a little fatigued, I guess. Last week I probably got all 4 of my meals in before I went to. I don't remember what day it was last week when I went. This week, 3 meals in instead of 4. That can have an impact. I don't know if it had that much of an impact, or if just the weight's dropping. I'm dropping like 2.5 pounds a week now. I've been dieting for 7 weeks. I started at 220 as my weekly average, and my weekly average this week was 212, 211. I'd have to pull it up and look. I think it was 211. And this morning I was 210. Yesterday I was 209 point something. So the weight's dropping. We've been doing cardio pretty much every other day, and I switched from the treadmill to the Stairmaster this week or last week. And the Stairmaster, I don't care what anyone says, no one likes it. If they tell you they like it, they're lying to you. I don't believe them. It freaking sucks. It's awful, and you just got to learn to love it, because I'm going to be married to it. It's my new wife. The flip side is it works. It freaking works. The weight's dropping. You know, we'll do our updates in the morning, and we'll get some footage of that, and we'll send those to the coach. You know, the shape's coming in, so I'm pretty pleased with that. Gotta get my water dehydrated. But yeah, so I've got that in the morning, and what I've been doing too is I was doing just my calves on my leg day, so just once a week. I've got small calves. I'm team no calves for sure. So I've been switching the last 2 weeks to right after cardio, doing my cardio, doing 3 sets of calves, and then I'm doing my calves more like every other day or 3 times a week. Just getting a little more frequency. The intensity's high. You know, I'm not just busting out 10, 20 reps that are easy and take me 15 seconds and getting out. It's kind of like you saw today, like I'm a very controlled negative, maybe not the slowest negatives in the world. Some exercises I do slower than others, and then a good squeeze versus just throw a weight up. But that's what we got going on. So we're gonna go home and eat another round of cream of rice, get my post-workout meal, recover, and then we are with the family for a little bit.
All right, post-workout meal, we've got another 45 grams of cream of rice. This time we don't have cashew butter. It's just regular cream of rice, no butter or cashew butter. We've done 140 grams of blueberries, which I freaking love. And then another scoop of protein, more cinnamon toast. So we're going to dig into that, and then I'll check in with you guys on the next meal. All right, meal number 5. I've got 150 grams of tilapia, 150 grams of rice under that tilapia. Boom. And then probably one of my freaking favorite things ever is 30 grams of cashews, and then my wife's leftover Mexican food. That's meal number 5. We ended up not doing it at the in-laws' house. Ended up making it home. But it's a little late, so I'll just stay up and get my last meal in for the day. But we're going to eat this and then go shower up. All right, last meal of the day. Which is good. I'm ready to go to bed. So I've got my 150 grams of 93.7 ground beef, a cup of broccoli, 150 grams jasmine rice. Usually I would do like 50 grams of avocado with this. I'm out of avocado, and I didn't go to the store today. So we're doing my favorite again, some cashews. And then I don't like eating just plain ground beef. So guys, if you need like a lifesaver sauce, man, the what is this? Miss GQ sugar-free ketchup is so good. And it's only 5 calories a tablespoon. It's really low calories, so I drizzle that on top. Makes for a great meal. But guys, that's it for today. Be sure to like the video if you like it, subscribe, and follow me for more content like this.